Did you know that millions of years ago people roamed the earth who looked like this? Of course you don't, because they were dinosaurs. Dinosaurs were the dominant terrestrial vertebrates for over 165 million years, which is 33 times longer than humans have been around. Some dinosaurs were herbivores, meaning they ate plants, while others were carnivores, meaning they ate meat. One of the largest animals to ever exist was the Argentinosaurus. This dinosaur had a neck like a skyscraper and could easily eat all of the leaves at the top of the trees. But sadly, this gentle giant went extinct along with all of the other dinosaurs about 66 million years ago. Now let's fast forward to the year 2780 BC in the hot deserts of Egypt. Here we meet one of the most powerful rulers in human history. His name was Narmer, also known as Menes, and he was the first pharaoh of a united Egypt. He ruled over a civilization of 2 million people and expanded the borders of Egypt as far as the Middle East and North Africa. His capital was in the city of Memphis, where the river Nile was wide and the soil was fertile. Thanks to the annual flooding of the Nile, the Egyptians farmed plants like papyrus and vegetables like onions and garlic. They also kept domesticated animals like cattle, sheep, and geese, and developed tools from bronze and copper. King Narmer created a government and set laws, so everyone knew how to live in harmony. He was considered a god-king, meaning he was both the leader of the country and a religious figurehead. Narmer loved to wear a tall white crown that symbolized his divine right to rule. He reigned over Egypt for more than 60 years, and when he finally died, he left behind a legacy that would last thousands of years. But now let's meet one of the greatest kings in Egyptian history. His name was Khufu, and he was the second pharaoh of the 4th dynasty in the Giza Plateau. He ruled over Egypt for over 50 years and is known for building the largest pyramid in the world, the Great Pyramid of Giza. The construction of the Great Pyramid began around 2580 BC, and it took an estimated 20 to 30 years to complete. Built as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, it stands as one of the most enduring symbols of ancient Egypt and one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The pyramid was constructed using an estimated 2.5 million limestone blocks, weighing 5 million tons each. These stones were quarried nearby and transported to the construction site using wooden sleds lubricated by water. The workers would have cut the stones using copper chisels and hammers, then moved them into place using ramps made of mud brick. The interior of the pyramid was decorated with hieroglyphics depicting scenes from Egyptian mythology and the pharaoh's life. Sadly, much of this artwork was destroyed centuries ago, but we can still see some of it today in the form of debris found inside the pyramid. The Great Pyramid was aligned with the cardinal points of the compass, and its base was 755 feet on each side. At its peak, the pyramid was 481 feet high, making it the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years. The precision with which it was constructed is truly remarkable, and it remains an inspiration to engineers and architects even today. How did the Egyptians manage to construct such an ambitious project without modern tools or technology? Well, it all started with planning. The ancient Egyptians were excellent architects and engineers, and they chose a flat spot near the river Nile for the construction site. The river was not only a source of water, but also a highway for transporting materials. The limestone and granite used for the pyramid were quarried nearby, and the workers would have used simple tools such as hammers, chisels, and levers to extract the stones. Once the stones were cut, they were transported to the construction site using wooden sleds lubricated by water. The workers would have dug a trench around the perimeter of the pyramid to collect rainwater, which they would use to wet the sand and reduce friction. They may have also used ramps made of mud brick to lift the stones higher and higher as the pyramid rose. It takes a lot of energy to build a pyramid. So what did the workers do for food? Well, thanks to the annual flooding of the Nile, the surrounding area was very fertile. The Egyptians grew plants like papyrus and vegetables like onions and garlic, and kept domesticated animals like cattle, sheep, and geese. The workers may have been given rations of these foods to keep them fueled while they worked. In fact, we know that some of the workers were paid laborers who lived in nearby towns and commuted to the construction site each day. Others may have been farmers who worked on the pyramids during the flooding season when they couldn't farm. There is evidence that the workers were organized into teams, each responsible for a particular part of the pyramid. Some teams worked on cutting the stones while others worked on moving them into place. There were likely also teams responsible for transporting food and water to the workers. It took a lot of coordination and communication to build something as complex as the Great Pyramid, and yet somehow, the workers managed to complete this monumental task. The construction of the Great Pyramid was a true testament to the ingenuity, skill, and determination of the ancient Egyptians. Despite the lack of advanced technology, they were able to plan and execute one of the most ambitious projects in human history. The pyramid was not only a symbol of the pharaoh's power and wealth, but also a testament to the capabilities of the human mind and spirit. As we look back on the construction of the pyramids today, we are in awe of the incredible feat of engineering and planning that went into its creation. The precision with which it was built is truly remarkable, and it remains an inspiration to engineers and architects even today. In addition to the Great Pyramids, the ancient Egyptians also built several smaller pyramids as tombs for other members of the royal family. The best preserved of these pyramids is the Red Pyramid of Pharaoh Sneferu, which stands 104 meters high and is the third tallest pyramid in Egypt. The Egyptians also built many other structures throughout the country, including temples, palaces, and tombs. Some of the most famous examples include the Temple of Karnak, the Luxor, and the Valley of the Kings. These structures were often decorated with intricate carvings and paintings depicting scenes from Egyptian mythology and the lives of the pharaohs. The ancient Egyptian civilization thrived for over 3,000 years, leaving behind a rich legacy of culture, art, and architecture. The pyramids remain a lasting testament to the ingenuity and skill of the ancient Egyptians and continue to captivate people around the world. They remind us of the incredible things that humans can achieve when they work together towards a common goal, and they serve as a reminder of the importance of preserving our cultural heritage for future generations to enjoy. So the next time you look up at the sky and see a shooting star, remember that millions of years ago, the Earth was ruled by dinosaurs. And thousands of years ago, the Egyptians were building their mighty pyramids. And just think about how lucky we are to have witnessed the construction of these wonders. Who knows what the future will bring? Maybe one day we will build structures just as impressive as the pyramids and amaze future generations just as they amaze us. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe and leave a comment. We'd love to hear what you thought. And if you're feeling extra generous, please consider supporting us. Your support helps us make more videos like this one and keeps our channel growing. So once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.